As TNA Wrestling ends a historic Bound for Glory, a turning point is on its way before we get to final resolution. I am delighted to be speaking to somebody who's, well, someone's been from the UK as well and has been over in TNA a while. It's someone that's got Knockout Gold probably in her sights. It is Xia Brookside. Welcome to the show, Xia. How are you?
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm doing good, thank you. It's good to hear a voice that sounds familiar.
I don't know about the Essex slash London accent if that sounds familiar to you, but that's I'll take it. Zaya, I was just mentioned there, Bound for Glory was a massive success for TNA. I know that you were meant to be in the gauntlet, didn't you wasn't well or whatever. I was hoping you're better, but the feeling coming off the back of that now, what was what has it been like coming off the back of Bound for Glory being such a big success?
It's awesome. Like to go from what we had Slammiversary, which was, I believe, 7,200 people in the crowd, and then we go into Bound for Glory and top that, hit 7,600 people, and just seeing like how much we're growing as a company is just unbelievable. And everyone put everything on the line at Bound for Glory. It's gonna be so interesting to see what happens at Turning Point. Oh my goodness. And Final Resolution this year, I feel, is ending strong. Like we ended last year strong,
Yeah.
and somehow it's grown so much this year. It's awesome.
Is it now a case of keeping that momentum going now? Obviously, say Balfglow, you mentioned Slammiversary. Everything has just felt bigger this year. I really think we're on the cusp of something special for TNA. But is it now important that you've kind of raised that bar and it's kind of keeping it there, but also raising that bar of momentum ready for 2026?
I think we're going to keep growing. I think we're going to get to January. We've got Turning Point and Final Resolution coming up, which tickets go on sale tomorrow. TNAwrestling.com/events to get those. Um, and that's what's going to take us to Genesis. And I think Genesis could be bigger than Slammiversary and Bound for Glory. I think we're really heading in that direction to really kick off 2026.
That will be a huge way to kick off 2026. But I want to talk about those of
Yeah.
you maybe in the UK like me that won't make it out there to those shows. We need to mention TNA Plus at the same time. Now, I used this
Yeah.
analogy last time when we had the hometown man on, and I said, look, basically for a price of two coffees a month, you can take advantage of TNA's new VIP tier of TNA Plus, which gives us all the impacts, all of the special shows like Turning Point and Final Resolution, as well as all the archives. And that right there is just such a great piece of TNA's growth as well. To be able to have that app where you can log in from anywhere, any country, and watch some of the great action that you
Yeah.
guys put on.
Yeah. And you get all the pay-per-views as well.
Yeah.
So you're literally getting everything that we're doing for only £10 a month. That's such a great deal. And you're also getting to catch up on everything as well because everything's there. So if you miss something, she's right there.
You should never miss any TNA. Those are that's the
You
most.
shouldn't, but you got to respect the time difference. And I remember being over there.
Yeah, I know it is early. We do get up early, get up really early to watch those shows.
Yeah.
But look, Turning Point Full Sail University, of course, which is been home of NXT, so it's a really great place to kind of kickstart the back end of the year, and it's kind of one that's got their own sort of rabid fan base. I feel is that something that you guys obviously you've been a bit used to going through the country, but I feel as if this one the fans are a bit more. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but they can be more electric and a bit more rabid over in a Full Sail.
Full Sail is awesome. I That's actually where I debuted for WWE
Yep.
back in 2018 with the Mae Young. So that was like my first experience. And then we actually went back to Full Sail with TNA
Yeah.
last year. And it was awesome. Like that place sells out. It's an awesome crowd. The energy is ridiculous. And now we're going back with so much more momentum. Like I am so excited to see what Full Sail is going to be like, and the tickets are going on sale tomorrow. So I'm excited to see how fast these sell out because I know they're going to. That's the crowd's going to be electric. It's going to be such a good weekend.
They will sell out for sure. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Obviously, we mentioned November the 14th, but there's also going to be a live impact. as well.
Live Impact on the 13th, then we have the pay-per-view Turning Point on the 14th, and then we also have a TV episode on the Saturday as well.
That
So
is,
it's a full 3 days of just electric
it's going
fire.
to be great. But the one title that is still without, well, not in technically in TNA, is the TNA Knockouts Championship. We were successful last time, so it's a case of look, you went there in the May Young. Is it time for Xia to go back to the old stomping ground and claim that gold?
I would love to, but I think like I was so gutted at Bound for Glory when Indy Hartwell didn't win that title. I really thought she was going to be the one to bring it back, and I hope she gets a rematch and she gets to do that. Lei Ying Lee and I, Angel Warriors, my side is set on those tag team titles right now.
Which is held
We
by the
want to be the night,
yeah,
which
which
is
is
held
held.
by the inspiration.
Yes, they are. And it's interesting because Lei Ying Lee obviously kind of cut from the same cloth. They come to WWE over here. And one
Yeah.
of the things that I've loved about TNA and Ash by Elegance was a prime example of this. AJ Francis also is that it doesn't work out always, right? And but you've come to TNA. TNA give you the character, they give you the platform, they give you that television time to build that character. It grows in front, and it just goes to show you yourself, AJ Francis, and Lei Ying Lee, and also obviously Ash by Elegance, how that can help you guys from a character perspective as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. TNA gives us an opportunity to just be ourselves and grow and push ourselves. And I think it's such a blessing and they push us, you know. I'm not saying they don't do that over there. Obviously they do. But it's TNA is so supportive. They are there for everyone. And I mean, Ash is a great example. She was holding the tag team title and the knockouts title. Like she is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, she was great, and hopefully everything, obviously with her taking a sabbatical away, hopefully all is well there. I wanted to
Yeah.
mention quickly that the British scene as well. So obviously we've seen a plethora of talent now over in America, not just TNA, over in America as well. Leon Slater, your good self, Doris come and done an explosion taping, and we over here for myself, I do have an involvement in a promotion over here in the UK. And I look at some of these UK talents right now, and I just think like in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to see that plethora of talent again, or whether it's not just with TNA, could be WWE, could be elsewhere. But I think we're going to see more and more people coming over from the UK to America because the UK scene is really red hot, and it has been for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it has been for a while. Like, and I think there's so many more opportunities now too, for British people to come out here. And I think s- you just got to take the leap. If I have any advice to anyone from the UK, it's just jump, you know, like you have to push yourself. I moved out here on my own. I wasn't signed at the time anywhere. You have to make the jump.
You
You have
do.
to.
And you've been very successful over there and obviously over in
Mm.
America. One of the things I'd liked about you, Zaya, as well, is like we got to see a different side of you in your feud with Rosemary earlier on. We had you in that, we got to see that sort of mean side of you a little bit. Is that the kind of bit that you just keep locked away and is there when you need it?
I think so. I think that's like my little card in the back pocket, you know. I absolutely love that storyline with Rosemary and that pushed me. That was like my first hardcore match. I loved every single second of it. I came out back and I was like hurting. I was bruised. I was like cut up. And I was like, oh my God, I want to do more of that. And people were like, are you crazy? I'm like, I think so. I think we all are a little bit.
I couldn't be more crazy than the person you was in there with, to be fair.
Exactly. So that made me look normal, you know?
Definitely so. But look, as we move into the end of 2012 and 2026, what are the goals for Xia Brookside? You mentioned Knockouts Tag Team Championships with Lei Ying Lee, of course,
Yeah.
but do you set yourself personal goals? What are you looking to accomplish over the next sort of 12 months?
The next 12.
Yeah,
Okay. That jumped from like the end of the year to the next
I
12.
know. Yeah,
There is so much that I want to accomplish. I obviously want to be tag team champions with my partner Lei Ying as the Angel Warriors. I think that would be such a like cherry on top of our story of knowing each other for so long and coming together and tagging and whatever. But I also want that knockout women's title as well.
it
I
could
want
be.
that. That has to be in the cards for 2026. It has to be. I'm just gonna keep working.
Now you keep working hard. Hopefully, it will be back in TNA locker room territory by then. We'll have to wait and see.
It will
Um,
be. It
yeah,
will be, or we're all invaded and we're just gonna go take it back.
we're going to need to, but we do have the NXT Tag Team Champions, the men's version, over with us. At least at the moment, that could all change this coming weekend at time of recording when the Hardys go against Dark State over there. Oh, the Broken Hardys now, right? They're back as the Broken Lot by the sounds of it.
I think they're gonna be keeping it. The Hardys are untouchable. You know, they are so talented. They have so many years of experience. We are keeping those NXT titles for sure.
I hope so. I just want to talk to about one other guy before we start wrapping up, and that's Mike Santana. That the Fade to Back series that have been airing really does give you a great insight into him and the build up to the Bound for Glory when Santana did obviously pick up the TNA Championship finally, and what a story!
Yeah.
But he's a type of guy that for me is the man to carry TNA into 2026 and beyond because he had the whole story behind him, the crowd got behind him, but most importantly, Mike Santana, the man, is championship material.
He is. And you know what? He is such an incredible person. Like Mike Santana himself. I'm not saying the wrestler, but he is such a giving, incredible, supportive person that deserves the world. And I'm so glad his daughter was there to see him win the title. That was the most beautiful thing. I was not crying, I swear. But he deserves it, you know, and who better than Mike Santana to represent TNA?
I
Like
can't.
right now. That is so awesome.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone better than that right now to represent TNA. But Zaya, we're going to wrap it up right there. But everybody, TNA Turning Point, 14th of November, live Impact, and the taping on the Saturday. Full Sail University tickets go on sale. Well, they are, or they're going on sale tomorrow. Make sure you get that. Final resolution though, El Paso, Texas, on the 5th and 6th and 7th of December as TNA close out the year. And like I said to everybody else in the UK and Ireland, TNA Plus VIP tier. The doctor says that too much caffeine is bad for you, but too much TNA keeps the doctor away. So make sure that you get that and download and subscribe. Zaya, best of luck to the end of the year. Thank you very much for joining us. Guys, watch TNA Wrestling and watch us on the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. But until next time, everybody, buckle down, stay safe, and good night.